Okay. Moving on to now fall season week 2. We did week 1 preview, and now from this point forward, I think we're gonna do some weekly updates on stuff that we're watching to kind of talk about things from week to week. So what do you guys? I don't really have a list for this, but basically, what do you guys remember from this week?
Let's start with Monster Under the Anime. That was pretty good.
Okay, so the first one
highly
is
enjoyable.
Utawarerumono. That's a huge first episode was it's okay. Second episode made it immediately look better.
Yeah, it was the setting just got better. Instead of walking around fixing things, it was cool to see them actually go out and literally they join a caravan exactly like you do in Monster Hunter. You have the main leader dude who's telling you what to do.
But this
they fight a monster.
They throw the flash bombs.
They throw the flash bombs.
They gotta fight the little monsters, and then the big one shows up, and it has a name that's the same as the little monsters, but just different.
Yeah, and I was talking. He's dude, you gotta watch the second episode because the last time we were talking, he's I don't know if I'm gonna watch that second episode, maybe or maybe not.
Yeah.
But I told you, I looked at you, dude. This anime, it's a caravan anime, and you literally your ears just perked up, man, I gotta okay.
This
now
is
I'm
gonna
interested.
be pretty cool.
And then we watched it, and you're this is different.
Yeah, it's looking pretty nice. I'm excited to see how it goes from here.
Yeah,
we'll see. Hopefully, it stays on this level of awesomeness.
Of just, I want it to continue being a caravan story.
Yeah,
of just they're constantly moving, and then.
Going to different cities. I feel like they're going to move out of the snowy place.
Yeah, and then an overarching... Because they're heading to the capital next episode.
Yeah. Oh, are they?
That's what it says, to the capital. And I can't wait for the overarching story to kick in. Yeah, just to see where it's going.
Then we all watch Singular Impact, dude.
One Punch Man.
One Punch. Oh, wait. No, I need to talk about Heavy Object first.
Oh, yeah.
That was on the same day. Okay.
No, Heavy Object was the day before, so we kind of skipped that.
Whatever. Okay. As I was saying before... The other day, I said that Heavy Object was created before Index, and that is completely untrue. So I apologize for that. And for
this is for yourself, though.
This is more for me than for anything else. Nobody else cares. But I feel pretty bad about myself that I messed up something Index-related, my personal favorite universe.
You're doing this live.
Yeah, I'm doing this to somehow redeem
you didn't
myself.
watch it because you went to places, but me and you watched the second episode. Significantly better than that first episode, too.
I think it was definitely better than the first one. You can tell it's written by the dude who writes Index. His style shows through. And
I've read Railgun, and so it's just
it doesn't show as much in Railgun.
Oh no, there's moments.
There's moments, but Railgun's very much evolved, whereas Index has not evolved as far. Because Railgun, he's already developed the characters, and then he's developing them further in Railgun. Whereas in Index, he's just throwing in characters, and all his main characters in that have eventually get really good motives, and they're really good characters. But a ton of his side characters that he just throws in there for a bit are absolutely terrible. Their backstories suck. I'm not going to go too far into that.
But, yeah, I mean, this is, again, another case of that second episode significantly better than that first episode. I want to watch more.
I enjoyed it. As much as it has its problems, I'm really excited to see more.
And now we could go to Singular Impact Man.
Yeah.
One Punch Man.
I feel weird, but whenever we showed this to friends, they liked it. It was weird, but I never saw people laughing out loud, which is interesting for me because One Punch was one of the funniest series I've ever read. And when I saw the scenes that they did, I thought they did them very well.
All three of us.
We were laughing
so hard.
We were, but that's because we were just getting the references.
No, because we were excited to see them animated, and then the people we were showing to were just
the manga. Definitely keep going with this. I would say definitely keep going with the anime as well, but I can kind of tell that some people aren't going to find this as funny. They might just watch it for the action.
I love it. Yeah, I love it when Genos came in. That was super sick. I was really excited to see Genos. Yeah. I was super excited to see the monkey man and the
his monologue scene was well done.
Yeah. Oh man, I did not know about Genos' backstory. Now I know about Genos' backstory.
Dude, I took the time to read that.
Yeah, exactly. So
I read that in the manga actually.
Yeah, I read it in the manga too.
Again, One Punch Man. still great.
is great.
It's great. Can't wait to see more.
I have a singular problem with that episode of One Punch Man. Out of the entire thing, they did one thing that I didn't like.
What is?
Well, I guess two things.
Okay, what are they?
The initial thing where he doesn't have the inner monologue.
Yeah, we were
when
talking
he's
about that.
trying to swat the mosquito.
I destroy everything in one hit, and then
and then he can't. I think it would have been helpful to see.
Mm-hmm.
And then the way they did the underground face, like when he goes after the mole dude, I like the manga panel better.
Yo, again,
because the difference was his face just being right there, like his face popping up, or him coming out of the side of the tunnel, and he's like, "Found you." I wish they would have done it the way with the manga, but besides those two small details,
One Punch Man
it was
still
amazing.
excellent. We could
It's
rave.
practically going panel for panel here.
We could rave.
It looks good.
Oh,
There's nothing bad to say about
They
One
even
Punch.
added a few jokes, which was cool.
Yeah, they did a good job.
Yeah,
with
like
all of them.
the part where he loses all his clothes and then the part where
he's shaking the dirt out of his belt buckle.
Yeah, okay. Then continuing on the Sunday of Best, we all watched Gundam. That second episode.
We get to watch Guts and a robot. It was fun.
Yeah, Guts fighting a robot.
That's
was always
also great.
fun.
I think again for our no, we got you.
You got me to watch Gundam.
And now you're interested.
I'm definitely interested in this. I still have a problem with the Super Gundam mech, but besides that,
again, I have to always say Square mechs, best mechs.
The Square mechs are great. I just don't understand why it has to have that paint job. Like everything,
it's a standard paint job.
Yeah, I think it's because I don't watch Gundam stuff, but it just seemed like everything else is painted extremely differently in that show. And this one mech that seems like it's supposed to be like
the standout,
an older standout sort of mech that's been like sitting around for a while. Looks new. It's got this like flashy paint job. It's like why?
But it's a classic paint job. That's what every Gundam used to be painted like.
No, dude,
If
literally
the series was going chronologically forward, then that could be an older model.
I mean, these all separate in different universes, but yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know a lot about
I'd like
Gundam.
it to be the same universe.
I haven't watched any Gundam.
Me either.
So that probably has to do with my problems with that.
I've seen Gundam Wing. That's literally the paint job from Wing Zero.
I don't know. I really like the setting that this one starts.
Yeah, the setting's really cool.
And the characters are likable, and
they're kids.
I'm actually excited to see where the next episode goes. It's let's fuck these guys up who are
constantly getting
everyone is their enemy. It's great. They're just trying to make their lives better. Right
now. I know. It's like, hey, why'd you distract us from that? Why'd you bring all the enemies towards us? It's like, I was trying to survive. It was a ploy. Yeah, I mean, continuing on that again from Sunday, we went.
No. What he said is oh. What? I don't know what you're talking about. You guys were hurt doing that pincer attack, remember?
Yeah. Great little joke moment there.
Best.
I mean, we've been talking about the second episode's been improving. I mean, for me, the next one, Comet Lucifer, that second episode kind of was not as great as the first episode, in getting me kind of excited. So I don't know. For me, the Comet Lucifer one kind of dropped off a bit.
Yeah, I'm not as excited for Comet Lucifer as I was for sure. The new little worm character turns into a mech is very. It's just a weird little character. I don't know. We'll see.
I wasn't that excited to begin with.
He seems like a strange mascot character to have.
Yeah, turn into a mech.
So it's not quite as good as I didn't enjoy it as much as I enjoyed the first episode.
Speaking of other animes on the fence, Concrete Revolution. Not for us, but for a lot of people I've actually heard they don't like the show as much.
I don't know. It's Kekai Sensen, but in a different setting.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna it's kind of a weird judgment to make right off the bat, but I think I'm gonna like Kekai Sensen better than Concrete
Yeah, my mind has been reshaped after watching Kekai Sensen.
I'm more interested now in Concrete Revolution after watching Kekai Sensen.
Really?
But I don't know if I'm gonna like it as much.
I'm less interested actually after watching Kekai Sensen.
Really?
Because it's okay.
It's you're halfway through Twilight Princess, and then you play what's the
Wind Waker?
Ocarina of Time.
Ocarina of Time.
Okay.
And you're wait, I've seen this shit before.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like the storytelling in Concrete Revolution because again,
the double timeline is pretty.
I'm interested about the double timeline. That's what I'm interested in, and the way that they did it this week, where they showed the ghost in the beginning and the end, and you just see the change.
Yeah,
I almost wish they would save that for another episode. But
I felt really I was this is cool.
Yeah,
but I feel
mainly I'm not liking the characters as much as I like the characters in Kakai-sensen.
Dude, I love the characters in Kakai-sensen.
Is my biggest problem right now. We'll see how it goes. I need to watch some more before I make any solid judgments.
But again, I went back on, like, I was on the fence about this, and now I'm tilted over. Where Comet Lucifer pushed me onto the bad side, this pushed me onto the good side, like the second episode. And finally,
two more.
No, and finally on Sunday we watched. Did we watch any more on Sunday? No. Why do I always feel like there's more? I watched the next one of Komori-san. That was decent. Again, 2 minutes, not enough time.
I watched your stupid mech thing.
Yeah.
Anti-Magic High School.
The Anti-Magic
okay, I didn't talk about this then. The two generics on Saturday then, they kind of like... I looked it up, and I saw it. It was like, somebody wrote, what's the difference between these 3 generic animes that are airing this season? There's Asterisk, and there's Cavalry that air on the same day, and almost like very similar time slots. And Asterisk, I heard, is like straight up harem, but it's about tactics. With Cavalry, it's about the romance. And you go into
between your brother and his sister.
And you go into Cavalry, and then it just starts doing harem tropes, and then everyone's going like, wait, give it a couple more episodes. I was like, okay, I'm laughing, but I don't know. Asterisk got me a little bit more impressed this week with the fights. Where like in Asterisk, there's a part where like a tiny Kundera girl just takes out the gigantic gun and just like blows up a fountain, and I'm just like, this is awesome.
All right, not my thing, but whatever.
Yeah, I've stopped watching both of those.
I thought the crazy anti-incest joke was kind of hilarious, honestly.
In Cavalry?
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like. I mean, describing it to you
guys... She's not like your non-sister, your half-sister, right?
No, she's my full 100% blooded sister. First scene right off the bat. Boom, make out. Like, oh my god, where are you going with this?
I wasn't actually talking about sleeping together, but if you want...
I mean, we can try it.
Oh, and then Fu was the teacher.
Oh my god. Oh, the teacher was great. I'm not feeling sick at all.
Just blood everywhere.
I mean, I only showed you guys those bits, but there was a little bit at the end where I was like, okay, I'm okay with fan service, I'm okay with... But that went a little too far. And speaking of too far, then I watched Valkyrie Drive that same night. That went too far.
5 minutes in, I left. I was like...
So, this is an anime that we couldn't talk about last week because
it aired the intro and everything.
It aired after the preview, but Valkyrie Drive is you take Soul Eater and you combine it with like straight up eki hentai porn. Boom. Into it. Girls get turned on. Girls get turned on and turn into weapons. That's the plot. And I went, this is too much. I'm going to have to force myself to watch the rest of this.
No, you're not.
Don't do it.
Well, the thing is, I'm obligated. I was
clean up the bathroom when you're done.
I talked about it. No, that's Mario. Anyway, I talked about this like 6 months ago. I had that in my head where it's like, I'm going to watch, Valkyrie Drive when it comes out. This is going to be fun. This is going to be exciting. It's going to be the good Soul Eater just as jokes. I'm making these jokes. Now that it's out, I have to show my work and actually watch it. And I'm going to have to force myself to watch that next episode.
Yeah, seems pretty rough.
It was rough, man. It was... there's a girl who... She only gets turned on by S&M, so she's being dragged around. And I'm just like...
See, that's a funny joke. I enjoy jokes and stuff. But
I know, but the moment...
That shit was blatant.
The moment... The moment the two maids both take off, like, their shirts and start rubbing their, like, breasts together...
Okay, I don't need to know the details. Thank you very much.
Leave out the juicy details.
So, okay. Moving on from Monday, Tuesday, we go to Wednesday, where I watch the next episode of The Lovely Bones, Sakurako-san. All I could say is, hey, dude, it's pretty good. It's like one of those American, like, crime things, but there's actually, like, story, progress, and characters in it.
Like a crime show, like CSI.
CSI, but actually, like, done in Japanese anime version, and actually kind of interesting.
Better than the first episode?
I'd say it's better than the first episode because it didn't take itself more as a mystery of more of them just like it was like the basic plot is they find a missing girl and then there's blood on her backpack, so they're like, okay, what just happened here? But the problem is like she's 3 years old, so like no one knows no one knows about like she can't talk, she's 3.
Yeah.
Then moving on to... we did also watch the Maid Princess one that we couldn't talk about again last week because it didn't come out. we watch the next episode. That's actually really funny.
That show's just fun.
That's an actual fun show.
I need to still watch the second episode.
Like, for what it is, like, as a harem, as like
Which
an
one is
eki
it
harem.
It is a failure as an Eki. I didn't remember shit about that.
It was Ojousama, something. But it's a harem anime, but it's actually really funny because the main character actually makes fun of the girls, like, for being so naive.
Basically, it's a group of really sheltered people in this super rich private school. So they everything that is different. They think is amazing.
Yeah.
And basically MC's kind of brought in so that they kind of get used to the real world before they leave, and they get all fucked up because they don't know shit.
The only reason they let him stay is because they think MC is gay.
Yeah, and has a muscle fetish. But this week
Speaking of muscle fetish, there wasn't any of those guys this
I know, I was sad there wasn't. No, so you
There's
missed...
these random muscle dudes that appear through the episodes, and it's weird as hell.
I'll tell you this,
They seem pretty hilarious.
There's a really good joke that they do. Where basically in the second episode where the girl who starts the Commoner Club, she starts reading all the manga, and she's never read manga before, and so she thinks it's real life, and she reads about magic girls and stuff like that, and so she's like, I want to be
I didn't know commoners all had magic powers. Why did you never tell me this?
And so to totally trick her, the MC literally
he
teaches
her to dance to stop time or something.
and to play up on the joke, he actually stops moving. So that she thinks that it's stop time.
And she starts doing all this shit that you would do when you stop time, but it gets pretty bad. She goes she shows him her underwear and shit like that.
And she does a JoJo pose. I'm like, okay, this show is actually what I thought was just gonna be eki harem schlock is actually really entertaining. It's a huge surprise.
Comedy.
Don't take it seriously.
You don't take it. It's a huge surprise for me. Moving on to Thursday, we watched two, one good, one bad.
Yeah.
We watched the next episode of Anti-Magic Academy because I forced them to watch it.
No, I'm just kidding.
Well, no, dude, when the mecha came out, great.
No, that super.
I already said what I need to say.
Yeah, we
about
already
the mecha there. Yeah.
I'm just gonna leave this piece here. Play a Final Fantasy game and you'll be fine with it.
Yeah, honestly, I just thought it was bad CG. The
great.
fight wasn't very interesting to me.
Watch Fate instead.
No, I'd say watch Gatchaman Crowd for CG fights, but at least that show's really intelligent. And then the next one was Perfect Insider. Oh my god, that third episode was great. Second episode
was extremely a serial kind of anime.
What do you mean?
It continues.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You can't watch any of these episodes on their own. You have to
Well, yeah, it continued off of where it left off last week.
Yeah.
Where they're now going on the trip.
There's no next time on. There's no satisfying conclusion. This is just gonna be it's like if you took a movie and you chopped it up into bits.
So it looks like the dead body is the doctor.
Possibly, yeah. We will see what happens next.
But
honestly, the ending of this episode caught me not
completely off guard.
Yeah. I wasn't quite ready for that to happen.
I thought we were gonna never see her.
Dude,
yeah, it was pretty cool. I'm thinking we might get a locked room soon or something
Dude,
like that.
that's why I watched...
when all the random characters came in, it's oh yeah, these guys work here, and then the random security guard.
Yeah.
It's oh fuck, someone's gonna get murdered.
Yeah.
No, dude, I watched that first by myself.
Yeah.
I watched it, I immediately, I stopped, I was I need to show it to the guys. I need to show it to them. We need to watch this.
Yeah.
This is going places. I'm excited.
Really sucked.
It's an 11 episode.
11 episode. Okay, we'll see how that goes. The animation
it's top
quality.
One of your lists.
Huh?
It's gonna top one of Andrew's lists.
It's highly possible.
The comedy was great with the girl who was who didn't know anything.
Oh yeah, that
Wanna know
girl
her
was
deal.
funny. The first episode, I really liked the main girl. This episode, I actually started liking her less than I had before. I mean, maybe that was intentional. I don't know.
Well, she's very pushy.
She became a little more realistic to me in this episode. Honestly.
She did become a bit more realistic.
I'm kind of wanting to know,
which is
more
funny
about
because she has such an unrealistic
so,
kind of.
I remember when I saw the thing of this, I thought that the doctor was gonna be the girl. No, it's her sister. The sister's gonna be the third main.
Yeah.
And I'm just oh, that took me for a loop. When I saw that, I was oh, that took me for a huge loop.
Yeah, it's looking like it's gonna get pretty.
The
doctor who had locked herself away for 15 years
It's
her sister
was the one in the car. Wasn't the one in the car you're trying to...
Oh, was that the one in the
I
car?
thought that was her from the past.
No, that's her from the car.
Oh, that was her with the director?
Yeah,
Okay.
Remember the director went to go get the little sister, and that was the little sister.
Makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah,
Interesting, and then you had the interesting parallels going along there too.
Okay, I thought that was like flashbacks.
No,
Yeah,
it
I
was
assumed it was
her.
a flashback at first, but
That's
I think
why
I'm getting this.
So
now.
now that's the third. Yeah. Now cringe back in your seat.
Yeah, the whole mystery.
Get ready for the next episode. Get ready
coming
for the next
together
one.
here.
Yeah.
I thought that was like the weird sheltered girl, and that was like part of her from the past or something.
No.
Then why was like they were saying the things at the exact same time? That was
it's
really
showing
odd.
the parallels between the two characters.
Instead of it being a flashback paralleling a conversation that's happening right now, it was two simultaneous conversations
Okay,
That's
I thought
just-
that was
that
one
are
of their
very similar.
flashbacks. That's
happening
why
at
they
the
were
same
saying
time.
that.
No, that's
Yeah.
the
That's
thing
what I
is,
thought at first too.
Yeah, that's what
Andrew
I.
just.
Yeah,
Changed my mind and blew my
the
mind,
minute
too.
I went onto Reddit, somebody mentioned that I was like, no, that was the sister, and then I thought back, I'm like, oh,
That totally
that's
was
totally
the
the
sister.
sister.
Yeah.
In that case, I don't like the parallels as much because they were kind of just forcing it in that case. I want to do this, and they said the exact same thing. I want to do this. I was like, eh.
Well, I kind of like it because it's just like they're kind of showing off similar characters, but one's a little bit more, malicious.
Yeah. Well, I'm also interested to see if that was just to set up a character, or if that's actually going to have
Actual
stuff to relevance. Because when the whole time that the two things were happening the same time there, I was like, I feel like some of this dialogue is definitely going to become relevant later. Like, it's going to be a clue to the mystery that's about to unfold.
Watching it a second time, there's so many clues.
Yeah.
I was reading theories on Reddit earlier. There were so many clues towards some of those theories that I went, ooh, I'm excited now.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait to develop my theories till a few more episodes down the line.
I really enjoy mysteries, and this is throwing me for some loops.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a pretty fun
Highly
mystery, something to think about.
Oh, I watched the next episode of the Lancer one. That one, I don't know, man. That I don't know what that anime is. I literally sat there going, I don't know what this anime is. Dude, there's like a little 6, 7, 8, 9-year-old with 2 guns shooting up the place. Like,
what?
There's like they have a. Like, and he's about to fight, like, the maid with a gigantic lance, like, then, like, the main character suddenly gets a coffin, and then there's a lance inside there, and then he does a huge lancer battle with one of the characters. I was like, who does, like, DBZ destruction, and I'm just like, what is this show? What is this show? And it's seeming like right now that, the dad of the main character and the dad of the girl are in some shadow war that's involving the kids.
That's very strange. And as interesting as that sounds, I still don't feel the need to watch it.
You don't need to watch it. I will tell you at the end of the season. Because there's a part where, like, the guy goes, why did you do that? And then the dad just goes, 'cause every knight needs a princess. And I was like,
wow.
Are you guys just fighting some shadow war with your kids?
Very strange.
Speaking of little kids fighting with magical powers and going DBZ.
Oh yeah, so...
Oh.
Wait, I'm trying to think. Did we watch anything else? I mean, I watched the next...
Chronologically, we were at the end here.
Yeah, chronologically, we hit the end. I
don't think anything else.
I don't think I watched...
Let me do
Oh, we watched the new episode of the cool animated one.
You guys keep messing me on that one.
Oh, were you not there for that, Connor?
You were gone, dude.
Oh, we watched the...
You guys are on the 3rd episode already?
No, it's the 2nd.
We watched the 2nd.
Yeah.
Dude, it's only 8 minutes. We can show it to you.
You
like,
can
anytime.
look it up anytime.
What?
Huh?
We already talked about that, I think.
No. Kagewani?
Yeah, the one about with the weird cutouts and the guy.
Yeah, you said it's a reread of the first episode. He didn't,
I was
talking
about
follow up on the first episode.
No, he was talking about the 2-minute short, not the.
No, we haven't. We talked about that a while ago, not on recording.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but Kagewani. Yep, still great. Still great.
Still pretty enjoyable. It looks like what's going on here is that our main character, or whatever, is like hardly a main character. Like, something happens, we see what happened from somebody else's point of view, and then the supposed main character shows up at the end and just, like, gives the person a look. It's very strange, but it's
the best.
It's a really interesting show to watch, just because it's got this weird cutout art style.
Yeah.
makes me laugh when it probably shouldn't be making me laugh.
Okay, yeah, we only missed 2, and that's I watched Young Blackjack. Nothing to talk about there. It's surgeries. It had a really cool twist at the end because basically like it was setting up for him to do heart surgery, and it's like this is before heart transplants were like even a thing.
Man.
And then the other one was Noragami. How do you forget
Oh
Noragami?
yeah,
Noragami season 2 looks great.
new episode of the season 2 is Noragami. Yeah,
So, it looks really great.
things.
We got the super emotional backstory for like 5 minutes and then just dead.
Oh yeah,
That took me for
of
another
that
loop.
character.
Yeah, I was really, really like, I kind of felt it too. I was just like, oh man. And then just dead.
yeah, just ended right there. It's shaping up to be a really nice second season. Like I'm getting more hooked into this season than I was at the end of.
Because I want to know
season.
I want to know about all those characters. I want to know
Yeah.
about that side. So
We have a big plot, and then it's more focused on like now that Yato and Yuki have a solid like relationship and a place to like a home base and stuff. We can really branch out into the world more.
So this is a thing that's not described in the anime, but like they kind of were mentioning it towards the end of this last episode. But apparently, if no one believes in
they totally mentioned that.
yeah, but
at
they didn't
one point or another. They
yeah.
definitely mentioned that.
that if
nobody,
if no one believes in Yato, he just disappears.
yeah,
he dies.
that's how all the gods work.
So that's kind of interesting. I was just like, ooh. Is that why you're keeping her around?
Yeah, I mean, there's other reasons.
There's
there,
other
but
reasons.
I'm pretty
Dude,
sure
I
they
wonder-
presented that
Dude,
point at the beginning
just kill
of
her
the
off.
first
Just
season.
kill her off. Kill off the main girl.
No, I really don't want them to.
Kill off the main girl. Just do it.
I really like her as she is.
Kill off Cass can do it.
No. See, this is what I'm trying to say. Kill off main girl, make her a regalia. She's now part of Yato forever. And just, they're good. You did it.
No one believed them.
I like her as a partial spirit with a tail that does karate. I think that's much more enjoyable for me
Okay.
personally.
Now, speaking of karate, you're welcome to leave now, Connor, unless you want to sit on this nerd fest.
Bye, guys.